So let me get this straight. Y'all voted for a man who promised to deport your uncle, and now you're shocked because he deported your uncle? Roll the clip.
I'm Hispanic and I vote for Mr. Trump. We vote for Mr. Trump. Yes, Mr. Trump.
Beyond betrayed. They used us. They actually, during the campaign, and I don't want to make this political, but during the campaign, the elected officials from the Republican Party, they actually told us that he was not going to touch the documented people.
So immigration protests had taken over cities across the U.S. again. Banners waving, children's crying, heartfelt chants of no human is illegal. Beautiful stuff. Except, where was all this passion when your community handed their votes to America's most proudly anti-immigrant president, not once, but twice? So let's not pretend this man lied to you. Donald told y'all from the beginning, build the wall, rapists and criminals, and birthright citizenship. He was very clear. That man ran his campaign like it was a hate crime in PowerPoint form. But despite that, Latino voter support for Trump actually increased from 2016 to 2020, not by a little, but by millions. We're talking Cuban Americans in Florida, Tejanos in South Texas, and even some Mexican Americans in the Southwest, all saying, maybe he's not talking about us. Spoiler alert though, yeah, he was.
Lately, I have seen a lot of videos of black people making fun of Mexicans for what's happening right now with Mexican people. I have also seen black people make videos talking about Mexicans. Don't come to us for help because we're not helping. First of all, Mexicans are not alone. They have Honduran people, they have Salvadorian people, they have Guatemalan people, they have Nicaraguan people, and a whole bunch of other countries that are willing to join forces with the Mexican people. Black people, what makes you think that Mexicans are going to come running to y'all for help? What for? Y'all black people can't even help yourselves.
Here's the part where we break it down. This isn't just about politics. It's about the myth of proximity to whiteness. See, in America, race isn't biology. It's a caste system. And for a long time, many in the Latin community have believed, or at least hoped, that if they played the game right, dressed like white people, voted like white people, married into white families, and distanced themselves from black folks enough, maybe, just maybe, they'll get honorary citizenship into Club Caucasian. You know who else tried that? The Irish, the Italians, the Jewish. Back in the 1800s, the Irish were described in American newspaper as lazy, ape-like drunks. They were seen as not quite white. Italians, violent criminals, greasy, too dark, sounds familiar. But here's the thing. Whiteness isn't a skin tone. It's a moving target. And for years, brown folks, particularly light-skinned Latinos, have been chasing it like it's going to grant them immunity from the same white supremacy machine that eats everyone not in the club. The Irish eventually got let in. And you know why? By aligning themselves with anti-blackness. And so did Italians. And Latinos, well, they've been trying hard, but lately ain't been looking too good for them. Supporting Trump was the ultimate audition. The idea was, see, we're not like those immigrants. We're not undocumented. We speak English. We work hard. We're patriotic. But here's the harsh truth, though. White supremacy doesn't care if you vote Republican. If your last name ends in "ez," you're still getting pulled over by ICE.
They are hunting us down like animals.
Sucks, don't it? Sorry if I'm coming off a little brash or coming off a little bit insensitive, but it sucks, right? Now imagine how black people felt for the past 400 years. Hell, imagine what indigenous people felt before that. Imagine. It don't feel too good, right? Imagine being told that we had to sit in the back of the bus at one point. Imagine we were told when we was allowed to eat. Imagine doing hundreds of years of hard labor for free and not even getting a thank you. Just being told that they have black fatigue because we want equality. Yeah, it sucks what's happening to your people. I don't wish it on anybody. But before you start hooting and hollering at other people and other races about why you think they don't care, look at the poll numbers. That might be a conversation you might want to have with your own people, because your people holistically knew this was coming and they still voted for proximity to whiteness. That is a conversation you and your people need to have on the low, respectfully. This is what black people have been facing for 400 years, bro. This ain't nothing new to us, bro. It's not like we don't care. We care. We cared enough to vote the right way in November. Your people holistically just didn't. And here we are.
So now let's talk about the elephant in the room, or rather the ghost of coalition past. For years, Black activists showed up for immigration protests. We marched, we organized, we made noise when ICE raided your homes. We said Black and brown unity louder than anyone. But where was the same energy when we needed it? Where was the massive Latino organized protests when George Floyd's neck was under a cop's knee? When Breonna Taylor was shot in her bed? When anti-Blackness spread through your own communities like wildfire? George Zimmerman was a Latino man. Where was the brown community to call him out? From anti-Black beauty standards to outright slurs to housing and employment discrimination, where was, or should I say, where is the Latino community? Black folks don't leave the coalition. We just got tired of being the ones in it. So now as deportation ramps up and families are being torn apart, Black America is sitting this one out. Not because we don't care, but because we've learned painfully that solidarity has to go both ways. Now, look, this isn't to say that every Latino person voted for Trump, because they didn't. And it's not to say every Trump voter deserves to suffer. No one's child deserves to be taken from their arms. No one deserves to be locked in cages or ripped from their community. But what we are saying is this: voting has consequences. You can't prop up white supremacy and then cry when it turns on you. You can't chase whiteness and then act shocked when it spits you back out. And you can't expect Black America to come running every time you're in crisis when you've been silent or worse, complicit in ours. So what now? If this is your wake-up call, good, wake up. If you realizing that white adjacent is not white protected, say it out loud. And if you're ready to fight for all marginalized people, not just your own, we're listening. But the days of one-sided loyalty are over. No more black fists in the air for a coalition that crumbles when the going gets black. No more unreciprocated energy, and no more pretending the minority means ally. Race in America was never about color, it was about power. And now that the power is circling back to devour its most recent believers. So to our brown brothers and sisters, when you're ready to fight the whole system and not just the part that inconveniences you, we'll be here. But until then, good luck, and may the odds be ever in your immigration lawyer's favor. So remember, guys, subscribe, comment, and like, and tell me what you think about this topic as well.